Hey, everybody. Welcome to Saturday Inspiration. You guys have made it here at the perfect time. Did you hear me? You guys have made it here at the perfect time. I know that we are a minute over, but it's right on time for you. Welcome to Eve Speaks Podcast. I am your host, Carolyn Deshawn, and I am seated in high places today. I'm sitting with the world-renowned Latasha V. Henderson of LVH. Of LVH.
Sounds so good. Wow.
World-renowned. And you know what? The kicker is, Happy International Women's Day.
Talk about it.
You.
Thank you.
May your reach continue to be global.
Come on now.
May you expound and go beyond borders.
Come on
May
now.
you continue to flourish, reach new heights. See, when we start like this, you know this is about to be good season.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Listen, may
Yes.
you continue to flourish and reach new heights and deeper depths. May your works be seen from near and afar.
Wow.
May your hands never get tired and your creativity continue to flow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Woo!
You fool.
Welcome.
Yeah.
This is the way we start Eve Speaks
I got
right
chills.
here.
Wow. Wow.
My God.
It's all right. Because this is what we're about. Here at Eve Speaks, we evolve with our listeners. We encourage. We empower. Listen, on this show, every voice empowers. So when you see someone seated next to me, they're here not on accident, but it's on purpose. Because God knows exactly what he's doing with these divine connections in this season. This is our time. This is our hour. And this is our season. It is now. So all of these connections that you're seeing, all of these people seated here that you're seeing, I'm telling you, you want to tune in and tap in because it's not an accident. It's for divine connections.
It feels so good
Come
here.
on.
Because we started right. To be poured into when you the one that do the pouring all the time.
Talk about it.
My
It makes
God.
me up.
My God.
It's all
It's
right.
rare that you get somebody, another black woman that to pour into you like that. You just made me. Even the conversation that we just had sitting here before. It's our season. That's what I'm saying. It's our season.
It is.
You done messed me up. I need some tissues. You done messed me up. Wow.
Listen,
Give me a second, y'all.
Go ahead
Let me get
on.
myself together. Wow.
That's all right. You guys, let me tell you something. We are preparing for 318 weekend, and let me tell you something, it's no accident that we have brought the only designer that will be a part of 318 weekend into Mentor Entertainment Studios today. You guys hold on to your seat. Let me tell you, there is power in this room, and the power has, I'm just telling you, feel this atmosphere. So it's kind of overwhelming. Again, Tasha stepped out to gather herself. It's kind of overwhelming when you meet like-minded people, when you meet individuals that are being catapulted forward, and you see that it's only the hand of God on their life that's doing it. So again, you tuned in at the right time. You're at the right place. Allow me to introduce look, and reacquaint to others. Latasha V. Henderson of LVH Designs. Welcome to Eve Speaks Podcast.
Don't do that again, okay? We on national TV.
On national TV. You hear
don't
me?
do that again. But I don't mind my tears flowing because I know how good God is. And I appreciate God for meeting me where I'm at. And I always ask God to go before me and prepare a path. So he was here before I got here. Mm-hmm. He was here when you walked in the hallway. So, God is here. He here. You blessed too. You on international channels. You everywhere around the world. You world renowned as well. And I don't do many podcasts. I ain't gonna even lie. But I felt the nudge with you. I watched a couple of your podcasts and I seen how you pour into people. And you do that unconsciously, like it's just second nature for you.
Wow.
So God gonna bless you for and you good soil too. So who was born to you, they gonna reap too.
Thank you.
You very good soil.
Yes.
And I'm really glad and I'm grateful to God to be sitting here with a real sister. Like a sister that believe in sharing the love. That's hard to get.
Yeah.
That's hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for sharing your platform with creators too.
Yes,
God gonna bless you because this is a great outlet. That's a great idea. And whoever sleeping on you, we're going to let them sleep.
Let them sleep.
We're going to let them sleep because there's more people. It's a world.
Listen, I just said that we do not shrink to become digestible for the appetite of others. We remain whole in who we are. We show up fully authentic.
Come on now.
We have to walk in our integrity and our loyalty to Christ first and foremost because he is the creator that deposited the creativity in us. So in order for us to operate and flow in anything that we are doing, we have to be just like the woman who came with her issue. And he looked at her and told her, because of your faith, you've been made whole. Listen, I know I have a past, you may have a past, but we walking in this thing whole. You see what I'm saying?
It ain't partial at all. Whole.
You put this jacket together, and might I add, it's fabulous as you can expect.
Thank you.
And it started with one patch. Another patch was added. And you continue to compile the patches together until you begin to make it whole.
Come on now. Come on now. Ministry is your thing.
You see
this is crazy.
The designs may be different, but they are uniquely put together. That's just like your life, that's my life, that's her life, that's her sister's life, that's our audience life. Our design is all different. Every one of us are unique in our own ways, like the designs that you can find on LatashaVHenderson.com. They are all unique and all different. But guess what? When they're put together by the Creator, they serve a unique purpose.
Come on now. You know, I quoted in Marie Claire magazine, it was 2016. They said, "Oh, y'all have to do a fashion quote," because I was on Project Runway at the time. And that was my second time.
Season 15, you guys. You know, you can go back and watch now.
Yes, you can. You sure can, y'all. They put it on Tubi now. I was shocked.
Come on.
I got people from Japan that has been contacting me, just different parts of the world. It's like, "Oh my God, I love you. I'm watching your season." I was like, dang. But I was in Marie Claire magazine the year before, and I was in it the year that I was on the show. And they said we have to do a fashion quote like that to represent us.
Right.
And the fashion quote that I gave them, God literally put it like he said it in my lap. Fashion is my ministry, changing lives one outfit at a time.
Ooh, one more time for the people in the back.
Fashion is my ministry, changing lives one outfit at a time. When you put something on by me, you're going to feel the love. You're going to feel it. I do everything very intentionally. This show, every detail is intentional. I just was telling you how I'm going back and forth, like revamping and stuff. Like every detail, every model, every person that God called to be there, their life will be changed after this show. That's the testimony I get from every show. We don't do regular runway, like, you know what I'm saying? It's always a production. I'm into script writing stuff too, so everything gonna look like a production and all of that. I'm a script writer. But everything gonna look like a film, or it's gonna look like a skit, or it's gonna look like something. But it really is life changing. But this one here, I ain't lying. I think I'm more proud of this one.
Than
anything
you've done.
Because of the, I don't know. I think it's the details. I'm paying homage to my mama. It's a couple other people in there. It's the people that I asked to be a part of it. It's the way we showing people how to style the clothes. Everything is a story. I'm very strategic about songs. Here we are, week out, and I still ain't got my DJ the songs because I'm still. It got to be the right songs because I let music talk to me, and I let the fabric choose the song. I know that sounds so crazy.
No.
When I'm in the store, she can tell you I get stuck on some aisles and I just be staring. She'll leave me alone. My sister, she is in my sister. Everybody knows she be with me, and I'll be in the store and I literally I sit there. Sometimes I'll sit down in the floor, like in different fabric stores, and let the fabric speak to me. Once I get it, then I'm putting my glasses on, my headphones on, listening to music, and trying to see what song, what story you want to tell. Because there's so many stories like you said, we all got to pass. There's so many stories that we can tell through our journey. So that's how my collections come about. And then I just go from there. But my playlist, every show, it's so crazy. People even like, "Tasha, you had like 10 songs stuck in my head. I want to download it." I think I'm about to start a Spotify at this point. A fashion show songs and just name it after the fashion show. Because like, man, what's the name of this song? What's the name of this song? I get texts all day long, or they inbox me. It was a song you played, and this person was up. What's the name of that song? Okay, I recorded it. What's the name of this song? So I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
Now I'm talking about it. I think I'm gonna do that.
You're gonna run up those views,
those
streaming
every way
on Spotify.
On Spotify.
Listen, they're gonna be having that's another streaming income. I gotta get this to Tasha because she done helped me out. She done ran the streams up on my song.
I think I'm gonna do that now. Now I'm talking to you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
I like it. I love the idea because again,
I think I'm gonna do that now. Now I'm talking to you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
I like it. I love the idea because again,
I tapped into his episode and it was on that part. and he was talking about it, and you was you know how to. Ooh, if somebody leave here don't before they crazy. They came full of junk. If they come, it don't leave here full. But you really was like pushing him and telling him to do his thing. And he can sing real good. My sister came in there, yeah. He sung real good acapella, and I was like, man, I'm gonna use this man
2 words
for my next
off
thing.
the top of his. I gave him 2 words, and
he
that's
killed
Snoopy
it.
92, and he was just like, she really did this.
Yeah, he did a good job. But yeah, I love to be in contact with him. And use him for my next,
we will definitely
film,
make that connection, and that's what it's all about here.
Mm-hmm.
This is the evolution of who we are as people, because we're living in a time where we are wanting to be reminded of what happened to us and so if we spend too much time looking back, the future escapes us. So I think we need to be face forward and making these connections one with another so that we can see each other thrive. The striving days are over, when you were having to get it out the mud, when you were trying to be successful, when you were trying to get your name known. That's over. You are walking in the established presence of God wherever you go. I don't care if it's on the steps of Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
In the subways of New York.
Yeah.
I don't care where it is. You are walking in the established presence of God, and wherever your feet shall tread upon. Come on now. You can go to Dubai. It's yours.
It's yours. It's yours.
Go back to Africa. Go back. Yeah. It's yours. It's yours.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's one of my favorite places to go. I go to Africa so much. I got a house there now. I go there so much. That's one of my favorite places to go. It make my hustle harder because them people don't have no excuses. Yes. Here we are, if it's too hot or if it's too cold. Entitled lifestyle. Yeah, and they don't have no choice. They out there with a basket of fruit on their head, car to car, kids out there hustling. You got to come back. You go to a place like that, you got to come back and be on a 10, 1,000 for real. And I already hustle anyway to the point people ask me, you African? You got the way I be grinding. But for real, you got to have that. Yeah. I've traveled a lot of places too. Another thing that inspires my clothes is people's stories. Listen to different people's stories, people, loved ones, how somebody inspired them, somebody passed that meant a lot to them, or their children, me now having a son. Life is different with a child. Like, yes, it is. Your perspective change
with the young boy.
With the boys, being a boy mom, that's different. You see, like I'm even lost for words. Yeah. I even view men way different. I'm a tomboy. I have a lot of guy friends, but I even honor them even more now. It make me be like, dang, these boys, they you just be raised to, you're a boy, stop crying, la la la. Now my baby
we desensitize them at an early age. And they don't know how to have those cathartic experiences where emotions can flow.
Exactly. And I want my son. I want him to feel. I want him to be able to express, feel, and all that. And it's okay. I want him to be all of that. My brothers are like that. I have 2 brothers. They like that. My oldest brother, we very expressive. That's just our family. But I want that to continue. I don't want him to feel like he can't cry. You a wimp because you cry, or you soft. No, you allowed to feel. You allowed to feel. Me having a son changed my life. I ain't gonna lie. So it make me work. So imagine if my ground was on 1,000. I'm probably about $1 million down.
You hear me?
Everything for him. Everything for him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, everything for him.
So we've talked about, you being inspired by the stories of others, your own personal stories. The story of Latasha V. Henderson.
Yes.
Who were you? Give me you at 6, 12, and 21.
At 6, I'm gonna go back as far as 3.
Come on.
One of my family members was telling me and my sister was in Florida. I was on a job, and she was telling me. She said, "Man, I wish I could draw." She said, "You was 3 years old, and my mom did like quilt pieces and stuff like that too." And she said she had a bunch of pieces cut out on the floor, and she said I was 3. She said you literally was picking pieces up and put them together and pass them to your mom. I never knew that story. At 6, I already knew. Me and my niece was the same age. My sister, oldest daughter who passed. I pay a lot of homage to her too as well. Me and her grew up like sisters. So I will pick on her about what she had on. And that's crazy. At 6, like, this ain't good enough, or you need to tuck this, or we'll be in school. Like,
you're critiquing her.
I'll be fixing her clothes at school. And more time. Like, I literally remember that like yesterday. And I'm literally fixing her clothes. At 12, I thought I was already where I'm at now. Because my mama made me believe everything was so easy. She told me, literally the reason I went to Africa first, because my mom, I remember telling her, for Black History Month, they taught us at more time. I remember coming home 5 or 6 years old, and said, Mama, I want to go to Africa. And she laughed. And she said, you act like it's right around the corner. She said, and I said, Mama, but the teacher said that we got pen pals and la da da da. And she was like, but Africa is around the corner. You can go anywhere you want to go. Like, she literally like fed us like this, like, I can do anything I want to do. So at 12, I was picking out her clothes for her doctor's appointments. My sister come pick her up. I pick her clothes out. I put her some of my clothes on so she could look cool and stuff. I was a big girl growing up, so it wasn't much that we could wear. I think that's what kind of started my tomboyism. I had to think about it. Like, it wasn't a Forever 21 or ASOS and all these different brands. Yeah. It was the boy clothes, and it was oversized clothes in there. You know what I'm saying? So I would get all these oversized boy clothes. I used to do it too. See, that's why I think
I used to have the baggy Jinko jeans.
Jinko jeans. I'm still into them. That's the crazy thing. I'm still into them. They just $150 a pair now, but I'm still into them. I make my own too. Let me. Shameless plug. But Jinko jeans, I was into that. The crew neck sweaters, the Malcolm X tees. I even got a picture of my mama with a Malcolm X tee on, and I glued this letter X that we had got in Kmart. No, Kmart don't exist no more. And I glued it on this black cap she had, because they were always buying stuff like crafty stuff. Yeah. So at 12, I already thought I had my career. I was literally like telling everybody what to wear. When I got to 15, that's when it began for real for me. I don't know if you remember Dada Footwear, the sneakers. I brought them to Shreveport. I did an intern with them at the age of 15. They flew us out to California, me and my sister. I couldn't go without my sister. And I worked with Snoop Dogg, Cedric the Entertainer, Terry Vaughn, all these people at the age of 15. Everybody in Henderson knew me for this. Lil Wayne, all kinds of people that was like, we was in school, and I was literally getting shoes to these people. Then I decided to follow the footsteps, I'm going to say the heartbeats of my family are giving back. I didn't know what I did. It was philanthropy, though. Yeah. So I would order over the amount of shoes. I'd be like, oh, we got this many models. Like, Huntington let me do fashion shows and everything. 15, I was 10th grade. So I would order shoes, and I would give back to people that was in need. There was one guy that went to school with us, and they had lost everything in the house fire. I showed up with a bunch of sneakers and crew neck sweaters and T-shirts from Dada. I would give stuff away at church. I didn't know it was philanthropy though. Like, I didn't know that was an actual thing. Yeah. I just know my family gave back and everybody lived with us, and so that's why I can't say footsteps, the heartbeats, because they really like that's who my family is. So at 15, I didn't say 16. So by that time, I did the intern with them for spring break. When I got out of school and I graduated at 17, I went back to LA. I lived there, and I worked with Dada Footwear, which intern went to Miyoshi Apparel. And other different Capitol Records doing interns, and I was going to the Art Institute and stuff. So I did that. I hit rock bottom because when my mom passed when I was 19. So they brought me back, but my sister wouldn't let me stay out. She was like, "You got to go back and finish." So she drove me back from Shreveport to Los Angeles. Her and my niece, they drove me back. After the traumatic, losing my mom was my everything. Everybody know. I'm shocked I didn't wear one of my cloaks I do with her in the back, because I wear her much as I can. I love that woman. And after losing my mom, 6 months later, I lost my dad. Yeah, so I had to take care of him while he was on his deathbed. And then 6 months later, and I feel like God blessed me and opened up doors for me, because my dad was not a good dad. I'm very transparent about that. Yeah. But when he was on his deathbed, even before that, I was in college and I was going to 2 different schools and come home and I clean him up, take care of him. He had bone cancer, prostate cancer. His feet was back in fetal position. So we were sitting on his feet. So I literally like got him out of the nursing home. And I took care of him until I died. And I feel like God honored it. Yeah. Because you honor your mother and your father, God, he going to open up doors for y'all. I know he will. And I feel like I got a lot of things that happened good for me because I honored my dad, even when he wasn't a good dad. Right. And I got a chance to tell him how I feel. We got a chance to express our love towards each other. And that was it. My father, we buried him. I finished school, I come back, and then my family had a clothing store at the time. So I was working doing it. So my life just always, I find myself back with design. I find myself back in clothes, no matter what I did. You know, we be having 35,000 hustles. I'm talking about, I don't remember working one job ever. Exactly. I've always had 3-4 jobs. Right. Like literally since a young age. So anyway, it went from that to relationship. Because relationship is the real bag. Yeah. Just keeping a relationship with people, full circle moments like with Terry Vaughn. I was 15 and then I got to work with her again 4 years ago. And we really, really good friends now. Like I can show up to her house. Like it's so many different celebs that I met when I was younger that it was full circle moments that I came back working in the movie industry and working. So I got into the movie industry when they had a lot of movies coming to Shreveport, and they had these internship programs. A lot of people didn't know nothing about. They was getting a bunch of money for these programs and wasn't really promoting them.
Right.
Luckily, the church I was going to at the time, my pastor stumbled upon it. He was like, man, you would be great for this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like a year or two over the age bracket. They wanted somebody in their program so bad with my expertise until they literally went back and asked for another fund. Yeah, they literally redrafted the funding to be able to cover me.
Yeah, it's hard sitting here right now.
To cover me. Seriously, all this.
Wow.
Sitting right on the Cooper Road, editing for my church, because I do film, for real. Editing for my church. And in turn, because he couldn't pay me like that. He tried to look out for me every chance he got. I went to the program. It was only a few people in there. And literally, I was an intern for one day. I got on set. Crazy thing was, I had already met like Scott Crumpton and Lampton Enoch. I knew these people before the program. Mm-hmm. So once I got in the program and I walked in there and I was talking to Scott, he was like, I brought a real portfolio. Like, people can go through their phones now. That's so cool.
Right.
I had a whole thick notebook, a binder with pictures.
Did you have a little slide?
Yeah, with the slide thing. All the pictures was categorized from 2000 this, 2000. I had a bunch of pictures of my nieces and nephews, classmates, whoever let me put clothes on them. Old fashioned shows I did, stuff like. But I'm talking about it was together though. It was organized. Right. I was like, okay, this is the casual section with the tab, the divider. Looked like it was at school for real. Scott said, I remember seeing the notebook was purple.
You've been standing on business.
Been standing on big. Come on, man.
Big business in a big notebook.
You know what I'm talking about? Book about this thick, y'all ain't lying. So I remember sitting the notebook down, and Scott looked at me. He said, I already know what you capable of doing. You got the brain in here. And he went next door and he pulled, it was two ladies in there. One of the ladies was the costume designer for High School Musical. I didn't know who they were. My niece watched High School Musical. I didn't. So I didn't know she was a costume designer.
Right.
Okay? At this point, to be honest, I didn't even know what a costume designer was because I thought I was everything. I thought what I did was everything. Mm-hmm. We'll get to that. So long story, he introduced me and he was like, she good. I vouched for her. I didn't know what he was doing. I remember I went to see some movie that came out and the movie was so horrible. I had to go back. I got my money back. Oh, wow. God is strategic though. Mm-hmm. I'm in the movie, the phone had rung, I didn't see it. And I said, this movie horrible, we need to get our money back. Because I heard that if a movie's bad, you can get your money back. Now, I don't know if that's true, y'all, right now. But I'm telling you what it was.
Don't go try it today. She's saying back then.
So I left out of the place and the phone rung again and I realized I had missed 2 calls.
Got you.
God is strategic. Uh-huh. You made the movie bad for me to step out to get this job.
Step out to get the job.
So she was Jill. She said, I was calling to let you know that we want to start you. It's a film we working on, a production we working on. It's a Lifetime production, and we want to start you as a PA. I said, okay, Lifetime PA, first job. I get on set. I was working so good. At this time, now we have to load on sync on set. Don't get me started talking production because I do costumes a lot. So we do sync on set now, but at that time you used to have to take a picture. And put it in an actual book, just like I had. You can put in the book scene by scene. So the book would start off thin and end up this big by the time the movie. You have to take a picture, continuity shots, every person how they were. So imagine you taking all these different shots and you can load on sync on set. Now you have to go get film developed then. Like that's how. So that was one of my first jobs. Yeah, I already knew how to do it because I had a portfolio. Yep. I was like, say less. I read scripts. I wrote scripts. So I was like, okay, I know she wrote this for this. So I didn't understand that you had to take the picture of the continuity they was doing it. They taught me another day. So I'm going to say I worked maybe about 3 days as a PA. I was working, and every time they see me, I was running, doing something. And I remember the producer asked me to go to dinner with him. And I got spooked out. I can't lie. The costume designer was like, no, I set it up. Like, you'll come with us to dinner. So I thought I was going to get fired. I was like, all this work I'm doing. See, it's always they want to let the black folks go. Now I'm in my head rationalizing while I'm about to lose my job. See, y'all better stop getting aware of yourself because that's how a lot of stuff
Don't talk yourself out of
the blessings, y'all, the season and the blessings, okay? So then I go to dinner. It was a place on Line Avenue near the Starbucks. It was a high-end restaurant. Mm-hmm. I was so nervous I didn't even order nothing. He was like, order something to eat. And I was like, no, sir.
I can't even eat right now. You don't know the nervousness of my stomach right now.
He just said, I wanted to just talk to you and tell you that you work too good to be a PA. He said, I want to put you on payroll as the actual costume.
Stop. Hold on.
3 days.
Let's pause. You worked 3 days.
3 days.
You're nervous about losing your job.
Yes.
And promotion was in front of you and you had no idea.
You know I ain't never told these stories to nobody but you. That's how good of your energy because I don't think I ever told these stories. I just feel the need to because you're giving me the flow. But 3 days. as a PA.
You better never
Yep.
in your life take
Yep.
this moment and this opportunity to sit in, dwell in that moment at that time, because underestimating yourself is over.
It's over. Over with. Over with. Oh, it was over with after that. After I said, you said what? He said, I'm gonna put you on payroll as a costumer. He said,
come on, y'all.
This older white guy that literally sat in the chair all day. Crazy thing was, I was more excited because it was a TV, it was an episodic, it was a TV series. And it was one of my favorite video directors. So she was there, Sanaa. So when I saw live later, and I seen her and I was like, yo, I love this lady. So she even let me sit in the director chair. This was part of my 3-day thing. I was like, she said, what you want to do? Because she said, costume ain't all, that's not all in you.
Come on.
I said, direct and write scripts. She said, you can sit in my chair. And I was like, what? So I looked at the costume design. She was like, she said, you can sit there. Like, girl, that's my boss. Girl, sit down. So I sat in the chair and she was like, yeah, when you read this, you got to know how to read storyboard. You see, I already got this. And she was showing me the script and all that. And I was like, this is crazy. This day 2. That's how favorite I was. Like, I'm telling you, they rewrote the funding to get me in the program. I'm not in the program but 3 days. And I literally, but relationship and God in relationship, let me put in this right order.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. It only took 3 days. The
3
power of 3.
Ooh,
You better
3.
go
On
on.
the 3rd day, he rolled.
Whoa.
Listen, I don't know
Whoa.
if you see. I
Whoa.
knew it was
That's
told
deep.
to me on our prayer line on Thursday night. I'm
Whoa.
just gonna go and tell. It was told to me. He said, God will make your name great, and He's gonna start doing it right here in the city. You don't know who you're gonna be in the presence of. That's why you have to be careful when entertaining a stranger, because you very well may be entertaining an angel.
Mm-hmm.
This is no accident what God is doing. The collision of our destiny is now.
Wow. I didn't even think
3
about that 3
days.
thing. The three thing.
He rose.
That is deep. I rose too.
And
I
do you
rose
hear
too.
you?
I rose too.
I told y'all it's hard
rose
sitting
too.
here right now. She doesn't
I
even know
rose
what's
too.
happening over here.
Yeah, I rose too. I ain't even lying. Man, God is something serious.
Always.
Wow.
In 3 days.
3 days. Yep.
And promotion and elevation was
I'm talking
right
about
there because you
so
couldn't stay.
Intern is basically you working for free. We
Mhm.
was making $7 an hour, and that was high then. Then it went to PA level, which you get a day rate. The day rate then was not even $100 at the time. Day rate probably now like 150, 175, 2 something, depending on what state you in. I wanted no union, no nothing.
Nothing.
And then
Freelance
so I went
out
from
there.
intern to really. I think they still was even consider me as an intern. And they put me PA towards the last day, and then straight from that to costumer. And you better not make less than $35, $40 an hour for a costume. You better not. Like, that's crazy. Unless it's a tier 1 or something and you really got the passion for it. Because we work. In being promoted, I still was being trained. And being trained by the best. So they didn't even throw the job on me, be like, oh, you at rate now, so you got the. They still was taking care of me. All right, come here. You did the continuity shot backwards. You should have did this. Come here. Let me show you something.
Cultivating.
Let me show you full. So I'm even getting chills now. The lady Jill, yeah, I know I'm good soul. That's why I can tell you good soul. The lady that Jill, I'll never forget her. Jill, my sister. From that day, and it even went 10 years later when we started doing accessories and stuff. She was working for Simon Cowell on what's the name of the song? The Americans.
Idol? Oh, no,
American
no.
Idol. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We made accessories, and Randy Jackson was buying accessories then. I'm even fast forwarding. And she literally called and she said, I think Randy Jackson got on one of your pens. That's the same lady that called me for the job 10 years later. She said, if not 15 years later, I'm thinking about it now. She said, Simon got on one of your pens. I'm gonna take some pictures and I'm gonna send it to you. She said, and Simon's asking Randy about one of your pens. I think this your pen. And I was like, you're right. I was like, Randy Jackson was with her on the show. In turn, he wore him almost every show. Started with the show when Whitney Houston passed. And I'm talking, it's so much. I'm even thinking like just a full circle of relationship. Because I don't know why relationship just sticking in my head. It's relationship. Y'all have to show up. Like you said, you got to look at stuff as entertaining an angel. You have to treat people kind. You have to be yourself. Don't be extra. Be yourself. Treat people kind because you don't know what that in turn will help you with this. To this day, that woman, like I'm talking about my last show, she bought 2 tickets just for me to give away. Like that's how supportive she is.
Yeah.
In her downtime, she's called me, Tasha, pray for me. I don't know how to pray. And we pray. Like just me being obedient and having a relationship.
Yes.
That's crazy. Anyway, I fast forward y'all. But I got the job. Okay, y'all. Being here we can talk for 5 hours. Because I love being here now. Okay. I love it here. But got the job. They still was training me, teaching me. From that they called me for Queen Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I had to turn it down because there was so much stuff going on dealing with me, a car, all this stuff like that. But this designer was trying to take me everywhere with her. And she was the designer for Martin back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I think she did In Living Color. Well known, very well known. She did all the High School Musicals. She did the dolls. They have High School Musical.
Yeah.
So she got us a doll. My niece had a doll that my sister gave me. Like, I'm really into dolls. So just to even know that this woman that person was trying to bring me along with her, and I had just started out. I knew how to style, but styling and costuming is completely two different things. I didn't know, and they taught me, and they had patience with me. Nobody yelled at me. Nobody talked to me crazy. And let me say this: I was the only black girl too. Only black girl.
Come on, y'all.
Yep. So they didn't let my size stop me, which it had stopped me in the past. It's been people that told me that I'm too big, you ain't gonna be able to keep up on set, and then I get hired from the back end and I run anybody on set. Like, I literally, when I was pregnant with my son, I worked on 4 different productions, one including Ava DuVernay and Oprah, the TV series Married to Medicine, the series that just came out, Clean Slate with Laverne. These people I worked with, actually dressing them. And I was pregnant up until I was 8.5 months pregnant. I worked until the week before I gave birth, and I literally was able to keep up to the point they told me I was lying that I was pregnant. Because the way I was moving,
let me fit that baby key.
Yeah, for real. I had to show Laverne. She was like, "Yeah, right." I had to show her my my ultrasounds because she was like, "That's crazy." I was high risk because I was 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of different stuff, and I had to go to the doctor twice a week. Never was late for work. Worked 16 to 18-hour days. Dressed fly every day. As Laverne said, she said, "Tasha, you didn't repeat one pair of shoes." She said, "I've been watching you." You didn't, but I had to, because I've been doing it so long. It's just in me. I'm talking about, it's in me naturally. If I go on any show, if I see somebody in a place, I get to fixing it. It's just in me. I love clothes. I love people. I love when people feel good in clothes.
Right.
So anyway, I just never let me being a big black girl. That's not a down. I didn't let that stop me from being nothing. God has opened up the door with me being who I am and me being myself. I didn't have to sleep with nobody. I didn't have to kiss nobody's butt. Whatever God had for me, it was for me. And he walked me through the doors. A lot of stuff turned me down, and a lot of stuff turned me up. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God for that. But it started with these little glory moments, like you even asked that question. These little moments of being obedient, going in. Even when I was working with Dada Footwear, I designed sneakers for them. I did different stuff at the age of 15 and 16. I was obedient. I had to break out of my shyness. I was very shy. As much as I talk, I know this unbelievable. I'm very bashful.
You know I know.
Yeah, I know you know. I'm bashful. So I had to break out of that and start being like talking at the right time.
Exactly.
Not overdoing it. It's a lot of lessons I had to learn. It's so much. We can be talking all day long because it's so many things you done brought out of me.
Listen, your climb, I know it wasn't easy. I know you have transitioned, and the reason why relationships keep coming up because you've transitioned in relationships and things of that nature and growing, and people that you could previously partner with that you may not be able to partner with anymore. And let me just put your mind at ease. There's a story in the Bible where Abraham had to tell his nephew, "It's time for you to go your way because you've expanded in this area and I've expanded in this area," and he allowed him to choose first which way you want to go. And so he did. He chose his way, and then when he went, it was not until they separated, and when God got Abraham alone, he told him, he let him choose first, and he let him go. And Abraham didn't look back, and when God got him alone, he told him, "Now I can bless you. Now I can expand you. Now I can give you more than the stars in the skies, more than the sand of the seas. Now I can allow you to flourish and move beyond the means." So just put your mind at ease according to our previous conversation about being in the element of working alone. You're never alone.
Yep.
God is in this with you, and he needed this time for expansion with you. You guys, 318 weekend is next weekend, and the fashion show PurpleREIGN, you do not want to miss it. There probably is no VIP seating. I'm just going to be honest. She has been pouring out since the age of 3. Here we are now at our glorious age. What do you think you can expect? Baby, let me tell you something. Just sitting here today, I know PurpleREIGN is off the charts. You hear me?
Yes. Let's talk about that one part you just said.
Come on.
honestly, throughout, I've done over 250 runways, in different parts of the world, literally different parts of the world. And this show is so different for me because, and I've worked with, I used to say hundreds of celebrities. We probably had about 1,000. I'm not exaggerating. And these people, regular people like us, they accept me. God is good. Yeah. God has been faithful. This show is so different for me because normally I have at least somebody like running the errand or helping me print this or helping me do that. And the help was people extended. Hey, I'll help. Yeah. God told me no. A hard no. Mm-hmm. When I say I was so confused, I said, now I'm finna do this whole full collection. I ain't got but a couple months. I got all these ideas for these details. Now in the collection part, I now have my producer that Keon Alex. I have her doing the production part. We have our models. I'm saying as far as the creative part, coming up with concept, right, to songs, to every piece that they're gonna wear, to the design part of making the patterns, to do everything. All of this has been by myself. He didn't even want nobody to steam the clothes for me. And I was like, nah, daddy.
You're working me, daddy.
What's going on? Like, right. This is crazy. Every person that's tried to help me, something happened where he intersects. Mm-hmm. One of the guys that helped me the last show, this dude, he the reason the show even happened because he was running around like crazy. Got into a car accident. Car totaled out. God told him to be with his family. Then I had another person offer. They got a job. Then it's every time I turn around, people, I help, and then I'll be excited, like, yes, finally. And he'd be like, no, what I told you. Yeah. What, girl? Mm-hmm. You gonna make this hard or easy?
This is the final time. Man.
That's it, and I'm not, and no. I ain't accepting.
Because no is a complete sentence.
It's a complete sentence, period. I had a lady last night ask me, you know how you just be talking like me, you was talking. You didn't feel sorry for me. It was more like you felt me. Yeah. So I was just like, oh yeah, this whole collection, I've done everything myself. I was like, God just got me in it. She was like, why didn't you tell me? I would have came and helped then. And she just started telling me, I was like, God said no. That lady did not understand it. She kept saying, but I could have come. I'll do this. I've had some of my sisters reach out. We'll come just to cut. We'll come just to be a part. No. Even me trying to help people in this season, he told me no. Ooh. And so many people reached out. He said, hold on, get this first. Let me get you first. Mm-hmm. And then we'll take care of everybody else. Take care of you first this time. That's what it's been hard for me. Because I'm a helper. Yeah. It's been hard. God said, sit down.
Mm-hmm. Because even your cup needs to be filled. Even you need to be able to absorb what your creativity abilities are. You were able to share with us from 3 on up to now what you were capable of doing. You were able to expound on it. But I can honestly tell you, you've never sat in it. Mm-mm. Sitting in it looks like taking full inventory of your life and calculating your moves. You know what I'm saying? At 15 years old, you were moving as the boss that you are. However, at 15 years old, you didn't even know. You were scratching the surface. You didn't even know what was all deposited in you. Even though you were ahead of your time, you still haven't had that moment to sit in it. And this is your moment now to sit in what you're doing.
I mean, you didn't mess me up today. For real. I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to just talk on the interview where I really can talk. I even forgot about some of this stuff because, like you say, I'm going, and I'm wanting to sit in things but not sit in this. I haven't sat in this. Mm-hmm. I'm really hurt for real. And I had to think, like, I got so much expertise. That's why it's so easy to give. I've had stuff stolen from me. I have designs. People try to copy my designs. All kinds of things. I'm talking about from 106 in Park. I'm talking about I've had people take things from me, and I can go in a whole bunch of details, but we ain't here for that. But we here for the positive stuff. Mm-hmm. But God, in terms you thought that was it. That's it. It's so much in me. And that was
intentional. So you have to realize that the Pastor Mike just preaches there are obstacles and then there are oppositions. And so we have to know that obstacles are working for us. Mm-hmm. The opposer is there to hurt us. Mm-hmm. So and God works it all together for our good.
Yes, he does.
So we have to spiritually discern the difference between the two, so that we won't spend time fighting the obstacle.
Exactly. When he preached that Sunday, I think I listened to the message 3 times since I've been making clothes.
As have I.
I made him a jacket and got to present it to him.
I saw that as well.
And he knew who I was. That blew my mind too. I was like, wow. Crazy thing, the history, his stylist, me and his stylist struggled together. Mm-hmm. Like, I remember his stylist for years ago. Like, that's like relationship.
Exactly.
Like, just... relationship. And you don't know who talking about you in a positive way. Who in the room like, yo, that girl bad.
But your name has already preceded you, and that's why I can tell you here on International Women's Day that you are global. Your reach will remain global, and that you haven't even began to see exactly where God's going to take you and what He has on the inside of you. Each level, the reason why you keep going, is because there is an abundance within you. We have to realize we have kingdoms within us, and that's why we can say, let your kingdom come, thy will be done. Think about that. Break it down and sit with it. Your kingdom come, thy will be done. Where?
On earth.
How is it going to be done on earth if not through you?
Yeah, come on now.
So it has to be in you in order to come out you that it can be done in the earth.
As it is in heaven, if you know heaven is prestige.
On.
So it got to be done prestigely on earth.
Again, you are walking around in the exuberant presence of God everywhere that you go because...
I'm leaving. I'm signing out. She ain't finna have me crying again. Let me tell you, like, when I say, baby, that word here so different when you start going through certain stuff and you hide that thing and you like hide that candlestick and you go back and pull it out and let it burn. Man, that word, it's something deep. I'm talking about, it's been some word, like, I'm talking about this just been in my spirit, like God just been showing me. And I'm talking, I don't even, and how I normally would be sounding defeated. Like, I'm not defeated. I have done everything by myself. And I feel so fulfilled. Whatever God trying to do, it is tough. Now, don't let this smile fool you. It's tough. It's been hard. Even have my sister watching my child every day. Everybody know I can go everywhere with him. Even her doing it, like him being around inspires me. But I had to put in the aspect of, man, I got a village. I got people that's gonna rock with me, that look out for me. I thank God for my village. It's so many things that God been showing me just sitting there making this collection. And he ain't even, like you said, he ain't even started yet. I'm just not understanding a little bit of it. But to sit here today and jog back that far, I'm like, yo.
You needed a moment. Even if it's but an hour just to sit down in the presence of God and just have a God moment of who God has created you to be, of who He has. You may be a designer, but He is the master designer. And when He works, He creates masterpieces, which is your life. And in that masterpiece, we birth masterpieces over and over again. And you have to have time to sit with that. You know, when you are creating a baby, there is the conception, and then there is the time for that baby to grow. You know what I'm saying? And then when the baby passes through the birthing canal, you know, that's the most glorious moment, you think. Giving birth to what you think that's the most glorious moment. However, your pieces are still growing. They had to take them. They had to try to steal them. You know why? Because that's evidence of who you are that resounds in the heavens of who God created you to be.
That's real.
If nobody's around here not trying to steal you, copy you up,
then you ain't doing nothing.
You ain't nobody.
My nephew used to tell me, my nephew is, how old Lamondre is now?
38.
He used to tell me as a kid, he
said, Hey Lamondre.
He used to say, ain't Tasha, if they ain't talking about you, you ain't doing nothing. And he was a child.
Come on, out of the mouth.
That boy believe in himself so much that he feel like he'll make you feel that he's somewhere else that he's not. And I believe in myself like that too. It's crazy. Like you said, I just never sat with it. Like even the most I've sat with it, I'm saying the closest moment I had was Tamron Hall show. And to compare you to a Tamron Hall show, which I feel like you for.
Hey Tamron.
And see, but she is beautiful. I love that lady.
Yes.
They literally made me tell the story. They chopped up stuff. They pulled out old pictures. They made a whole thing. Like they literally told a story within the minutes. And when I was on their show, and I'm talking about to be there, only one on there from Shreveport. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just represent her feeling, hype, the energy from me, like everything. My baby was able to see it. My sister was able to, it was a lot. This the closest I've been since then to tell a story like this. Because normally people ask stuff on the surface. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got me digging. And you didn't have to make me dig hard. It was like it was just sitting there waiting for you. Like it was sitting there.
That's what this collection, PurpleREIGN, is going to do for you after I'm telling you, I know you're going to go to the after party and you're going to enjoy all of that. And I want you to enjoy it all. But sitting with afterwards, first of all, it's in your hometown. So that's going to have its significance in and of itself.
Yeah.
That it's here. Secondly, you did it, you and God alone. that is going to
You just
speak
gave me chills
volumes.
when you said that. Like, for real.
That's going to speak volumes to you. But after this presentation of your art, sitting in your art this time is going to hit differently than anything you've ever produced. And it's going to magnify your work from here. You're going to see why you're rich. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see why they're going to be calling you from everywhere, and your name is going to be in the rooms when you get there, and you're going to be shocked that they know who you are. However, don't stay in that shock too long. You know, get over that initial shock. Yeah. You gotta, you see what I'm saying?
My last show I did December 15th, the Rio, because it was a rebrand. It was to put, because I want to start using my name. Because I want to leave behind a legacy for my child.
That's it.
People still talking about this show to the point I've been asked, since I've been working on this collection, I've been asked already to do 4 shows.
That's just confirmation.
And that's just, and it's more.
Just confirming
and it's more coming. You ain't nothing but confirming everything God said not to do. That even like you said, I haven't sat with. This deep. I'm so glad, man. Shout out to Tree.
Get you some pen and paper when you leave.
I'm a writer too. I write.
Write the vision.
Make it plain.
Habakkuk.
Come on now. 2
through 3. Write it out. I mean, you're gonna hear so clearly. It's gonna be so audible for you that you're gonna see it when he says it to you. And I want you to write it down and keep that thing close to you. You hear me?
I will. I travel with notebooks.
Keep it close to you, because you're gonna be able to turn that page and check. That happened. Oh shit! You don't have a choice but to sit in it from going forward.
You did something today so special. You're special. You so special. You are very anointed and special. You did something today, because I'm talking about. I'm just seeing. I can't even talk no more because I'm just sitting here thinking about all the stuff. Like, dang. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff, and I ain't let it take me out. I'm talking. I've had suicidal thoughts. I've had all kinds of stuff. I had all the stuff that an average person would have. And I didn't let it take me out. I literally kept going, because and I stuck with it. My classmates always say, "Man, we out of school. You still, everybody had 1,000 jobs. You still doing fashion?" I was like, I had 1,000 jobs too, but fashion was why I was working there. Like, to see my classmate, one of my feature models is my very first model I had in high school when we was 15. And he came back. He was like, "Friend, now you know, friend, I'm rusty, friend." And to see him in the rehearsals just coming alive, like it's like we was back in high school.
Yeah.
God being like, he was like, I'm let me show you. God is romantic too. He's so romantic.
God will use your creativity to pull out the Lazaruses.
Hey. This is special.
On that. I had to sit on that moment. Wow. God will use your creativity. He will use your gift. He will use your anointing. He will use the flow of fabric. He will use the artistry of music, the melodies, to pull out the Lazarus. And to define that even better, Lazarus is what we thought was dead, because it didn't got to a place where it was sinking. It didn't got to a place where it was buried. It didn't got to a place where they rolled the tombstone in front of it. And he will bring life to the stage, to the camera.
Look at you rise.
He will bring life to everything around you. The people that people gave up on, the people that people forgotten, the people that people left for dead. When you wear LVH designs,
come on now,
you gonna feel the life like she said.
You gonna feel it.
Look at God doing it for her.
Yeah.
He doing it.
Yeah, especially here today, y'all. I can't even talk no more. Yeah, it's you. It's you.
Your Lazarus is coming alive.
Yeah.
Stay alive.
It's you. Today, you special. Girl, you so special. Lord, you so special. I'm even inspired to do a piece when I get back to the studio. You so special. You are so special.
And our works are completed. Yeah, everything is going to be completed.
Let me tell you, because the last show I could not complete. Let me tell you. The day of the show. Let me talk about this, Carolyn. The day I was sewing to the day of, I had this one garment that when the girl wear it and we put water on it, it was like spiritual, like a baptism. Yeah. It dissolves. I had to make that the day of the show, and I couldn't do it the full way I wanted to. I have made up my mind, and I have listened to my daddy, and he said, "You ain't sewing after Monday. It's only 2 special pieces I got to touch Wednesday." He said, "You're going to get everything done." When I say I've had shorter time this time than I did last time, and I have completed almost everything. Do you know how good that feel with no help? No help. and not no help because I'm bitter about it. It's only the help of God, no human help. It was just me and God in that room, and he was just taking me around. I'm on the floor, I'm on the table cutting, I'm here, I'm there. He just floated me around. He floated me. He danced with me throughout this room with this fabric and everything. He every song he wanted to be played, he played it. He helped me revamp everything. I just had the moments. That's why I say this collection is so special. Like I'm so high about this collection. Even if people can't nobody come here and they gonna leave the same. You can't come to this fashion show and leave the same. I know it sounds like a church service, y'all. It's gonna be some of the most fashionable, best church you ever experienced in your life. You can't leave there without something. You're gonna leave there inspired. I'm still hearing people talk about December 15th. And I'm talking about, oh, I can't wait till March 16th. They don't even know. Like, being a part of 318 Day, too. Thank you. Shout out to Billy, too. Billy Anderson Avenue. That boy has hustle. That boy has, I can't even talk about him without crying. Billy's that boy. He said, Tasha, we did 318 Day last year, and we got rained out. All their work got rained out. And I told him the show was too big to be in the place that we ended up doing it. It was like, it is super capacity. He told me, he said, we're going to make it right.
Yeah.
He has made it right. He has made it right. The boy has been hustling, making sure we get everything done, advertising much he can. He has done it. 318 Weekend is beautiful, though, because it's for the community.
Yes.
It's a whole bunch of dope singers. A couple of my favorite singers is going to be up there. Artists. It's really, the vendors is beautiful. They got a lot of cool food vendors and stuff for the food fest. Everything is going to be, but I'm the finale of 318 Day. And I thank God for that.
And it's just like they say at church, you can't leave before the benediction.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Don't y'all get out of there. You gotta participate in the grand finale because it's something that I know you guys can feel this even through the wavelengths is carrying it over. Yes. I know it is. So you do not want to miss it. This is 318 Weekend next weekend in Shreveport, Louisiana. Yes. We are sitting here today with Latasha V. Henderson of LVH Designs, a global design company that is available for you online at latashavhenderson.com. You guys want to tap in with her, follow her on Facebook, follow her on Instagram, follow her wherever she is because you want to be in the know of what she has going on because PurpleREIGN, on the 16th, baby, the rain is going to fall down in that place and you will not forget it. You hear me?
Ever. I can give you, now I'm going to give you exclusive. So the PurpleREIGN, we did a twist on Prince. Mm-hmm. That was my mama's favorite artist, so that's one reason too. The rain, I spelled it different because we need to reign in our glory as kings and queens. And purple is the color of royalty too. Come on. So that's where the PurpleREIGN come from. But I did do a spin on Prince. It is some inspired stuff in there, but it definitely is paying homage to my mama's favorite artist. Right. On top of us just being kings and queens and reigning, and because this is the season of rain for us. This is the season that we're gonna walk in. It's a me season. We got to disconnect and connect to the right things. God, he doing a whole bunch of stuff in this season, but rain stuck out to me heavy as I don't know what, and it's stuff. That's why I capitalized it. And this purple, right. This purple is y'all gonna see every shade of purple that you didn't even know that exists. You're gonna be on another planet. It's some purple shades of purple I didn't even know exist. And I'm pretty good with my color wheel, you know what I'm saying? Your mind's gonna be blown. You better be there, front row. You VIP PPPP. I only have one VIP PPPP person. It is
I went on the ticket. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. And it's no VIP left. Yeah. I went on there. I was like, okay, then.
She VIP. She on me. She on me. Just know she gonna be sitting right in the front. We put her butt right in the front. Yeah, she on me. This what you bring into to the airways and the TV screens and to the streaming services. Nobody got this. I'm saying it first. Wow. Nobody got this.
We are honored to have you here today. We know the magnitude and the value of who we sit with. We know it's not an accident. We know it's divinely connected. And we also know that every voice empowers. So when you sit in that seat, there's something that you're going to say that's going to touch somebody on the other side. They know that you're human. However, they don't see the humanistic side of you because they look at your work. They look at the arts. But to know you have moments of transparency where there was anger on the inside of you from your father not being that good father. But God took that anger. He produced something in your art and your creativity that then in turn allowed you to go back and extend that olive branch to him until his dying day.
That's real. to the day he died.
He transformed the pain that may have been there into purpose.
Yes, he did.
And he allows you to utilize your gift in the process.
God, so
the
good.
non-stop of you, the motor that keeps going no matter how much.
It won't stop. It won't stop. This time, I'm trying to even turn it off this time. Normally, I be struggling. I be like, "Ooh, Lord, we got 40 models. Let me make sure nobody looking like that be the struggle. Nobody can wear the same thing. It ain't been a struggle." Then my sister, she be putting the gas in my, boy, she be feeling my tank up. And the steering wheel in my back. She be filling me up. But to have people like that on your side that really believe in you and they want the best for you, man, support is a luxury.
Yeah, absolutely.
Support is a luxury.
And we thank you too, sis, for being that support, for being in that corner. And don't ever feel like the things that you do go unnoticed, unappreciated. You know she's moving at high speeds, but in her heart, you're there. Yeah, you're that mother that stepped in when mom was gone. You see what I'm saying? You that right hand that kept her going.
We finna log out. Stop. Do you know?
Listen.
Let me tell you something. I'm serious. My mama told my sister to take care of us when she passed. My sister always quote that before other people. She was like, "I'm the one stepped in when our mama passed too." For you, that's how I know you never met this woman, and for you to. We logging off, y'all. We logging off. We praise God. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Thank y'all for tuning in today. Make sure y'all follow her on all social media. E Speaks on all social media, y'all. Make sure that if you're an artist or if you're creative, that you book this woman and sit up in here, because I'm telling you, your life gonna change sitting at this table, sitting in front of these mics, in front of these cameras. Make sure y'all need to be lining up booking now at this point. I know I'm finna send a whole bunch of people some direct contact. This woman is world renowned, y'all. Y'all need to be on this show. If you ain't touched this show and you in this city, you losing out. You missing out on your opportunity. We closing because this woman, she too anointed, okay? And I can't. She finna have me running, and she can't feel me running. You just gonna see a jacket just pass by real fast. You can't see me. I've already walked out the first time. Okay, we not walking out no more. We closing out. We got 2 minutes. We closing out. You got any last words?
I love it.
You got any last words? This woman connected.
Y'all saw, I just want to put this out there and I'm going to be done because there's more that has to be said off screen. Do y'all see how roles reverse? So for somebody that's watching right now, I just need you to know the roles have just reversed in your life. The time that you have spent running and chasing the dream, running and chasing the bag, be still and know that God is God in your life and that He is in full control. Listen and align with His voice, align with His will. The running is over. It's going to overtake you. It's going to chase you down. You're going to flow seamlessly like she did. We just came back from a women's conference, Tree and I, and it was so strategically planned that every dollar that came into my hands, God told me how to spend it for this retreat that we went on. Even down to the oil that I had to buy for these women, because He wanted them to know that the oil of God is on your life and nothing shall be stuck, that everything shall flow just like Purple Rain has flowed.
Hey!
Everything shall flow in your life. So we're no longer stuck. I don't care what's going on in the economy, in your neighborhood, in your community. You are the one that creates the table, that sits at the table, that makes the table, that lays the table, that feasts from the table. You are the one. And let me tell you, rooms are waiting on you to come in there, because the Bible tells us our gifts will make rooms. Listen, she's an artist. I'm an artist. We make content. When you make something, it has to be put together, right? So the rooms are being put together for you.
Talk about it.
You guys, this has been our Saturday inspiration.
I love you. I'm talking about with my full chest. I love you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
This has been our Saturday inspiration. Listen, I've enjoyed it. I don't know what you're doing, but you need to share this with somebody that needs to be inspired to continue to go today. Somebody that needs to be encouraged, empowered. And we want to see you. Now, I know we're going to see you because y'all running over there to buy the tickets now.
ASAP. Come on, y'all.
We in there.
We good soul, y'all. Come see us.
That's it.
She VIP. Is it one that exists? VVVI. Yeah, she all of that. Period. Done.
Listen, you guys, for real, tap in. Where can they follow you on social media?
Instagram, Design Latasha VR. Really, everything. TikTok, everything is Design Latasha. I have a Design Latasha page too as well on Facebook. So everything Design Latasha.
Okay.
Yep.
And I want you guys to tap in, support her, follow her. Thank you to all of our sponsors that help us out, that makes this all possible so that we can stay live on air, so that we can continue to bring you content creators such as LVH Designs.
Thank you so much.
The global, the international designs. And we definitely want you guys to continue to follow her and order. She does women fashion, children's, and accessories available for you today. Again,
men's suits, everything.
Ooh, men's suits, because baby, she Lance Ross, and I was gonna have to talk to her about that. Yeah. But yeah.
Very kind young man.
Yeah.
Him and his family, we did clothes for his daughter too. It's crazy.
Wow.
Like even just thinking about.
You gonna think about it now.
Woo, you got me sitting, for real. I'm sitting in the thing. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Thank you guys. We're signing out. Happy Saturday.